Today's video isn't about makeup. It's more of a what the heck? Last week at the junior high in the small town that I live in, there was a kid who brought a gun to school. His teacher was able to talk, and he was able to disarm, or his teacher was able to disarm the gun and get it away from the student. He's a preteen. He's being charged with attempted murder. So when the bus came home, or brought the kids home, I asked if they were doing okay, thinking that they might know something. The kids in my neighborhood, the oldest is like 11, 5th grade, 10, 11. She didn't know anything. I had to have a conversation with her and a 6-year-old because I'm one of their adults. Their parents live next door, but we have a pretty close-knit neighborhood. But the kids were like, well, what happened? And I had to say, there was a boy who brought something to school that he shouldn't have. I was going to leave it at that for the 6-year-old. And the 6-year-old goes, was it a gun? The older girl said yes. What do you tell kids when they're in that situation? How do they, what do you say when they go, what do we do in this situation? How can we make this situation better, or the equivalent of, I told them the first thing we need to do is, if you pray, we need to thank God that everyone's safe and that the teacher was brave. I had to tell them the worst thing, we can't control the situation. You and I can't do anything about it, but what we can do is control how you and I react to this situation. Then I looked over on a table next to me that had a rock that the girls had painted, and it said, "Be kind" on it. It's a green rock, and somebody wrote it, one of them wrote it in like Sharpie on the paint, "Be kind." And I grabbed the rock and I said, in the future, what we need to do to all the people around us to prevent anybody feeling like this, maybe is, and the maybe is more for me, we should just be kind. And I picked up the rock and showed it to him. I go, you guys made this for me this weekend, and I feel incredibly special to have it, and I'll show it to you later. But be kind. When we have something like this happen in our hometowns, in our communities, and this could have been so much worse, and I'm aware. I've been I've been around long enough to know how worse this could have been. But it makes you think all the things that are going on in our communities around us, whether they're this neighbor doesn't really care for that neighbor, or something of this, or what's going on in the beauty community. This person doesn't like that person, you know. I watch Peter Mon. He's my favorite drama channel. I've watched all of them too. There's some I don't care for, but is it important? Today, I don't care if Jaclyn Hill or Manny MUA or Laura Lee or any of them got paid to give a certain review or did a sponsored video, or it doesn't matter to me. What matters, I think, is how do we talk to the kids in the neighborhood when someone brings a gun to school? I think this is where I should end the video. But yeah, how do you have that conversation?